Ready to roll. You about to hear Paul Amadeus Lane and DGLP 1 Streets. Known by many as Paul on Wheels. We making it do what it does. Letting people know how I feel. Let's ride, we talking health, talking grind, breaking barriers clean. No excuses on the journey, we stay chasing the dream. Get your mind locked in, set your goals on repeat. We got ups, we got downs, but we still don't miss a beat. Oh, in GLP 1 Streets, we moving with pride. Hear the trends, hear the wins, got creators worldwide. We make it do what it does, never stopping to climb. Living better every day, one step at a time. Hey. Shout out RMZ, always keeping it real. Stereo with the fire, got that GLP 1 feel. DD the downsizing diva, simply Taisha in the zone. Losing Nick Grace, bring the truth, steady holding her own. Calamity Jane slide through, yeah, she bringing the flame. Perfectly pounded, moving strong, everybody know her name. Teddy D and Toby rolling steady on the ride. G's 101, locked in on that lifestyle ride. Traces entwined, showing how to stay consistent every day. Cookie chipping everybody on in a special way. Man, he been holding down from the start. Pepper Bellflower worked hard, slid right into them jeans, did a part. Melt to the beat, keeping the conscience tight, keeping all of us in line just right. And a special shout out to the queen of GLP 1 Streets, Bob. Health at any cost, slaying this game for years. Someone we all look up to, no matter the call. Heart of Johnny, Felicia Marie Bee, and Jules cross the sea. Yeah, this GLP 1 movement hits globally.
We stay focused on the prize, on the life that we seek.
Yes, we do that.
GLP 1 Street.
That's how we do it. That's how we do it. You know, we keep it streets. You know what I mean? You know, I'm from the West Coast. My special guest is from the West Coast, so I had to drop a remix for that. So thank you all for tuning in to these GLP 1 Streets. I am your hostess with the mostest. I am Paul Amadeus Lane, and I'm so delighted to have you on our program today. I'm excited to be able to talk to our special guest that's going to join us. She was actually one of the first ones that ever commented on one of my videos when I started this journey back in February of last year. I didn't start doing videos until about April, but she's one of the first comments, and just her attitude, her personality, and just the support that she gives all of us in these GLP 1 streets is really amazing. Now, what's interesting about her, she has been slaying this lifestyle and modification journey to the tune of over 120 pounds. A lot of us didn't know that at first until we started asking questions, She started letting us know about it, and then she dropped her own channel. So I am so delighted to talk about her journey and what she's up to. And, you know, we're going to have some fun here. But I would also like to give a couple of shout outs too before we bring on our very special guest, Felicia Marie Bee. If y'all haven't followed this One Cat's channel, this is my guy right here. He's a supporter of mine too. Chris Conquers the Scale. If you haven't checked out his channel, check it out. Also, Simply Taisha. Her last couple of videos, I mean, Taisha is just like, I'm unapologetically me. And I'm telling you, she has just reached another level with just her channel and some of the things she's talking about. So make sure you check that out. And a new follower of mine who I used to watch her videos. Now she and I are connected. Kim J. You know, Kim, I love that Southern accent. I spent some time in Northern Alabama for almost a year. And so I have a lot of friends down south. And whenever I hear you doing your thing, it reminds me of some of my good friends that are out there. So, all right, without any further delay, let's bring on the very special guest who we love to talk about, who we love to know, and that's Felicia Marie Bee. What's going on, girl? How you doing?
Good. How are you? Oh my gosh. Hi.
Good. Is the West Side in the house?
It is. It definitely is. It's so refreshing to talk to somebody on the West Coast, honey. Yes.
You know it because you West Side because you and I know it's the best side. You know what I'm saying?
It really is. Okay. I'm sorry for everybody else, but it is.
You know, because people always try to talk about our state like California this, California that. I'm telling you, I've been to a lot of states. You can't get me to move out of California. I mean, the weather's good, the food is good, And I mean, you know, we live in the life, Felicia.
Yes, we really are. Everyone else is like, it's freezing and it's this, and I'm like, I can't relate, but like that's okay. I can give you sympathy though.
That's what I'm talking about. But hey, Felicia, this is long overdue. I wanted to have you on to really give you your flowers because the way the YouTube algorithm is, you know, they only put certain videos at the top of people's list, and but your story and your journey is worthy of us telling it. You have lost over 120 pounds. You have been doing it well without anybody even knowing. And I'm so glad you decided to drop your own channel because it's our responsibility to get people to your channel because your story, I believe, can really help so many people out in these GLP-1 streets. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being an honored guest of mine.
Thank you. I'm honored to be here. When I tell you I have been supporting Paul Amadeus Lane since the beginning, loved him down, still love you down. And I don't know, when I connect to people and I just saw your journey and I saw that you were just starting it, I was so happy. And I was like, oh, and it's so happy to see not only another male in the space, but just like someone as real as you. It's very refreshing to see it. So I just support it.
Now, I appreciate that, Felicia, because you, like I said, my first video to drop, you were one of the first ones in. I was like, wow, how did somebody find my video? And, you know, because, you know, some people may be tuning in right now who may not know about my journey. I'm a broadcast journalist. I've interviewed stars from Dr. Maya Angelou to all the cast of Riverdale, Arrow. I know a lot of entertainers out there. So my YouTube channel was strictly entertainment. And
Yeah.
then I decided to just rebrand that and say, you know, I'm gonna rebrand it to my lifestyle journey. And you know what happened next, right, Felicia?
Oh yeah.
None of my own followers care about health and lifestyle
And
journey.
that's tough. I was going through your older videos, and I was like, Paul's been on here for a long time in these YouTube streets, not the GLP-1 streets, but in the YouTube streets for years. And then I saw your first video, and I was like, there's only like 5 of us in here. What happened? So
You
I
saw
mean,
my first one?
Yes, I did. I
Oh,
went through a lot of your videos, and then when I saw your first GLP-1 video drop, I was like, this man has so many like people. Where's all the people? But you went on a new journey, and if they want to come, they want to come. If they don't, then they're missing out.
that's how I get it. That's how I say, Felicia, because you know, you care about the people who support you when you're dealing with the challenges in your life. You know, I struggled with weight for a very long time. Sorry, a very long time after my spinal cord injury. And can you believe, Felicia, on the 21st, that's coming up in a few days, it will be my 33rd break your neck anniversary that I became part of the disabled community.
Oh, Paul.
33 years. 33 years.
That is a long time, honey. I'm 33 right now, so.
Wow, you were born when I first got injured.
Yes.
Wow, that is
Oh my God.
so surreal. I am so old right now, but
No, not even. Oh my gosh, please. But happy, well, soon to be happy break your neck anniversary, because you wouldn't be you if you weren't you.
no, I feel you. You know, and sometimes people will say, "Well, how do you live like that?" I'm like, I mean, I wouldn't live any other way. You know what I mean?
Right.
I've met so many people since I've been disabled that I would have met them. Like I would have never met you. I would have never met all of our great family members in the GLP-1 space, like Purple Bellflower, Kim J, Mia, Cookie, you know, all the ones out there who's been supporting us in this journey. We never, ever would have connected. And I'm so glad that we have.
Absolutely.
So,
Absolutely.
Felicia Marie Bee, let's talk about you. This is your time to shine. So, Felicia, growing up, was weight always an issue for you, or was it something that you kind of had to deal with later in life, early on in life? Please tell us your story.
Well, I always say this, but I have been obese ever since obese can be obese. I've been obese my whole life. I don't know what it's like to be in a smaller body. I don't remember looking like other kids or like just being like other kids or performing like other kids. Like I've just been big forever, and I come from a whole family where everybody's big. Like, you know, my mom, my dad, my aunts, my sisters, brothers, you know, stepbrothers and sisters. This is who we were, and that's what kind of made me realize about like the whole, it is hereditary, it is a disease, and it is something that is passed down, and I just happened to be the one that caught it too.
I hear you. So Felicia, I know, like with me, I've been dealing with weight for going over 4 decades. You know, I've been dealing with it myself. And if you were like me, I was always trying to find something that would help me out. But I would always reach a point where I could do good for a little while. I mean, I did keto, I did, trying to count my points. I've done all that. And then it got to a point where it just stalled.
Right.
I got sabotaged. I know during the pandemic, I was at my heaviest. I was almost 400 pounds during the pandemic. And then I was able to go on keto, lost about 40, 50 pounds. So
Right.
I was doing good. But then my father passed away in November 2021. And then that just threw me off my game. I didn't feel like working anymore. I didn't feel like, figuring out food anymore. And I just went off the deep end. And then that just snowballed me to getting back up to like the 370s and all that. And then, having that moment where things are going to have to change. And Felicia, did you go through that too? Try these different lifestyle changes and things just, you hit a stall.
Oh, absolutely. Oh my gosh. When I tell you I have lost hundreds of pounds multiple times, this is not the first time I've lost this much, not this much weight, but it's not the first time I've lost a ton of weight. It's always that stall. It's always that I've done all I could. And this is as far as I go. I've done it with Zumba. I've done it with Weight Watchers. I've done it with keto. I've done it with being a vegetarian. I tried to be vegan for a minute. Tried it with paleo, South Beach diet, egg diet, cabbage soup diet. I mean, if it was a Jenny Craig diet, I've done most of it all. Being 33, now that I think about it, it's kind of crazy to do it like that. And then, of course, those life events that do happen. The fittest I've ever been as an adult was when my son was like 3 years old. But then again, at that time, he had his diagnosis of autism, and then everything spiraled after that. I was like, oh my gosh, my life's not going to be the same, and I have to take care of a child with special needs now. And then I didn't stop caring about myself. And then right when I was on the right track of doing something, my mom got a terminal illness diagnosis, and then I had to keep her alive for 7 years. So I definitely didn't think about myself. And in between that, I had my daughter. So I knew something had to change, and I knew it wasn't just willpower, because the people that do a bunch of these type of diets and exercises and stuff, we have the motivation, we have the determination, we do to restart a journey over and over and over against all odds. We have it, but there is something that was just fighting us back. For most of us, it was the comorbidities we developed, or us not knowing what food noise was, us not knowing that obesity is a disease, us not knowing that it was never our fault to begin with, and life is gonna be life and throw life at you. Of course, yeah. And I've hit plenty of stalls.
No, I get it. I get it. Because I don't know if you had a medical professional like me. I always say to plug through. Oh, you just have to do this and that. Make all these changes. I'm like, if it was that easy, I would have done it a long time ago. And that's why I'm so glad where we're at, where we're able to have science and data to show that, number one, food noise is real, core morbidities are real, inflammation is real. So we have to repair a lot of things on our inside before we get the results that we're looking for. And when you first thought about kicking it up another level with your health and lifestyle journey, when did you come to know about the GLP-1s? How did you get introduced to that?
Oh yeah. The first time I was ever introduced was when my dad was diagnosed with diabetes, and they were like, hey, your dad has diabetes and your mom has diabetes. Let's put your mom on Ozempic and let's put your dad on Manjaro, and then let's see what happens. And I was like, oh, from my head and being a caregiver so long, I was like, okay, I just have to give my mom her shot once a week and I have to give my dad a shot once a week. I didn't realize how big of a change it was going to be in all of our lives, because my mom was actually allergic to Ozempic, so that went a whole different path. And then my dad, his A1C was going down. I didn't have to, every time I checked his fasting sugar, it was pretty normal. And then every doctor's visit, they're like, you're getting healthier, your liver looks great, you know, everything that was ever wrong with him, his inflammation was going down. And I was like, oh my God, what is Manjaro? Because I heard the bad side of my mom getting so sick on Ozempic. Although it wasn't Ozempic's fault, she was just allergic to the ingredient in it. So I was like, okay, but to see my dad's success on Manjaro was incredible. He was on his journey a whole year before I even considered anything of it. So it was mostly just through them I've learned through, and then of course going to the doctor and them telling me, hey, you need to lose weight. And I'm like, okay, I'll finally go see weight management after all these years. I'll go. So yeah, that's how I was introduced to GLP-1s.
Wow, so it was a family affair.
It really was.
Now, let me know if this is off limit, what I'm about to ask you. You talked about, your mom being diagnosed with the terminal illness.
Yeah.
I don't know how things are going. You feel comfortable letting us know about that?
I don't mind. Just when I tell you I'm an open book, honey, I'm an open book. I don't mind talking about it at all.
How's mom doing now?
Well, she passed in 2023 in October. Okay. So 2024. Oh my gosh, she had passed in 2024 because her 1-year anniversary had came up last October, and I had a live, and everybody really helped me out on that live, and it was great and everything. So with her, it was a very slow progression. So she had an autoimmune disease that was extremely rare, and when they mean rare, they meant to the point where she had a rheumatologist, and it was the only rheumatologist in San Diego that even knew what she had.
Wow.
And she had diabetes because she was on so many steroids. I didn't know that you can accumulate diabetes from medication-induced diabetes. There you go. As where my dad had it because the man just loved sugar. I'm gonna be honest. Like, he had just diabetes from that, so he just would never stop eating sugar. But of course, obesity and all of that. But with her, yeah, that's why they put her on Manjaro. But not knowing that she was allergic to the disodium phosphate, which is the stabilizer of Ozempic. So she never switched to another GLP-1. All her conditions just kept getting like worse and worse. So I did the whole insulin with her, fast acting, slow acting, check. She had a Dexcom and everything. And I think that's where my weight kind of spiraled out of control, because with her, it wasn't just like, hey, she's sick and there's no cure for this. It was a very slow 7 years of, I seen her go from a cane to a walker to a wheelchair to fully bedbound to Hoyer lifts, all the way up until the end. Like, so as much as people don't like talking about loved ones passing, when you have somebody that passes that slow, you grieve along the whole journey. So my grieving was a very soft landing when it came to her.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Felicia. Yeah. And I know we didn't know each other at that time, but I continue to send the condolences and everything, because losing a parent is tough.
Of course.
I know, like with me, my dad had a stroke in 2016, and he had like aphasia and everything, but he was still able to get around. Right. And, it was funny. He would say some funny things because, sometimes the brain wouldn't connect right. He would say things, we would laugh and all joke together about it. But then in 2021, he started to get progressively worse. He had a few strokes, and then the last one, he just wasn't going to really recover from. And we all thought he's going to bounce back. He's going to bounce back. And then within like a week, it went so downhill. So we never had an opportunity to grieve along with him in the process. It was just like, hit you right in the face, and you're like, boom, what do I do now? Right. And right. It just, I felt like somebody like socked me in the head, and I was in a daze for like 6 or 7 months. And during that 6 and 7 months, I was just not focused to do anything. Right. And that's when my weight started to mushroom a little more. And that's why when I hear one's journey, when they talk about ones who who they've lost in death, some loved ones, and how it can just spiral us out of control.
Oh,
I
yeah.
totally get that because I've lived that, and it's like it's something that can just rock our world, and that's why Felicia, hearing you say what you said about your mom and everything, and how you were able to, progression over the years that you
Oh,
prepared
yeah.
yourself for it, and that's thank you for sharing that. And let's
Yes.
talk about Pops, man. Pops sounds cool, man. How's he
Oh,
doing?
yeah.
How's he doing his journey?
He's good. I literally just gave him his Manjaro shot like 2 minutes before I came on live. He was like, "Hey, you forgot about me," and I was like, "Wait, 1, 2, 3." He's never given him himself, like, administered it to himself. I have given him all of his. He's been on his journey for like now it's 2.5 years. I've given him every single shot, and he is doing great. Everything is great. He's so healthy. He's 74, gonna be 75, and he doesn't
Right.
act his age. He still acts like he's like in the 1970s, like he's ready to party all day.
I love
I
it.
love that.
He's like, Nana, come here, Ben Aki, do my shot, right? That's what he sounds like.
Yes, he said, "Come here, Benaki, come on." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, hold on. Let me get the alcohol pad." Because we
Yeah.
are just that GLP-1 family.
Now, and does it help to have like ones on this journey with you to help you along your way too? Because I know, like with me, my wife Rainy Day, she and I are on this journey together. You and Pops are on this journey together. Does that kind of make it a little easier for you guys can support each other?
Oh yeah, he paved the way for me. He really did. When I tell you, I knew exactly what to really ask for. Not really, but when I went to the weight loss doctor and he was like, "Hey, you should have bariatric surgery," and I'm like, "I've seen these shots work, but I didn't know about Zepbound. All I knew was about Manjaro, and I was like, I don't have diabetes, but I know something like this can work." And they're like, "Well, let's start you off on Wegovy," and I was like, "Oh, I can't take Wegovy. I got the same allergy as my mom, unfortunately." And I was like, "Man, I'm just never gonna lose the weight, am I?" He was like, "Girl, have you heard about Zepbound?" I was like, "What's Zepbound?" He's like, "It's the weight loss version of what your dad's on." And I was like, "There's a version for that?" And he's like, "Yes, you don't have to have diabetes or Zepbound." And I was like, "Oh." He's like, "This just came out." He goes, "Look, take this, work hard, and don't cheat yourself out of anything." And I was like, "Okay." And so when I came home, my dad's like, "Hey, you got Manjaro?" And I was like, "No, I got Zepbound, but it looks the same." And we had to, for a while, when we were both on 5 milligrams, we had to put our names on the box because he would grab my Zepbound and I'd grab his Manjaro and I'd be like, "Oh, wait."
That's cool. That's awesome. You guys are able to do this together. And
Oh, yeah, it's fun.
Felicia, what's been the most difficult part of this journey, this health and lifestyle journey on this GLP-1?
I think the most difficult part was to calm down a lot because you get so excited seeing that scale go down and you get so excited for every week. It's like, "Ooh, I'm 5 pounds. Ooh, I'm 3 pounds down. Ooh, I'm 5 pounds down again." And you want to work harder, do more and more and more, and cut your calories more and more. And then you're like, "Oh my God, all these supplements everyone's telling me to take." And then you're buying more and more, and then you're realizing, "Oh, I need this, and I should watch out for it." Was to calm down, like, okay, you're gonna burn yourself out, which I did on every aspect. I burnt myself out of my calorie goal, exercising, supplements. I've done it to where I was like, okay, I got a little too excited because I knew I had a lot of weight to lose. A lot of people start their journey where I am right now. A lot of people don't start their journey in the 350s. They're starting in the 200s. So I was like, I got to get healthy. I got to get to this, to where I can breathe again, where I can move again. It was the calming down part for sure. That was the hardest part of this journey.
I get that, because I started off 348, 350-ish, no matter whatever doctor you go to. One had me at 350, another one had me at 346. So I'm gonna put it in the middle, say 348. That's where I started. And a lot of people that don't start that heavy, I know Armsy did, he was in his 300s. I think G's was like high twos, I want to say, and even Teddy.
He was in the threes too. I think he was in the threes.
Okay, so we all 300 guys, right?
We're
So,
all 300s.
And I'm so happy that I'm now, I have weighed myself in about 3 weeks because I weighed myself before I went on my work trip to Vegas. And then when I got back, I got sick. And whenever I get sick, my body just kind of just goes crazy. So I will weigh myself this Friday. But 3 weeks ago, I was down 66 pounds. I was 282. So I'm hoping I'm close to that 70-pound mark because my shot anniversary is February 14th. So we'll see where we're at. My first goal is to lose 100 pounds to be 100 pounds, lighter.
Yes.
My ultimate goal, I'm not sure if I want to stay there or not, but I want to go into Wonderland just to see how it feels. I want to be 199.
Yes.
I want to see how I feel, see how I look. And if I'm 199, if I'm swole, if I'm buffed up, I'm gonna keep it. But if I'm looking like, I might have to add a few more. But if I'm fit, if I'm looking good, then I'm gonna keep it that way. And
Absolutely.
One of the things that I learned out about myself in this journey, Felicia, was it's nice to have a clear mind. Before the GLP-1, remember the song about the Ghetto Boys, minds playing tricks on me?
Yes.
That's what it was doing when it came to food. I mean, I thought I could not live without tahini gummy bears. I have not had tahini gummy bears since I've been on my GLP-1. I thought I cannot live without, chili cheese fries or colossal burgers. I thought I couldn't live without that. But now I can live without it. I'm on MAC 10 now, so I'm on 10 milligrams like you.
Yes.
I was feeling good at 7.5, but my healthcare professionals were like, no, let me put you to 10 because in a few months they're gonna take your coverage away. So that's why they preemptively put me to 10 milligrams.
Right.
I've been on there for going on 2 months. So let me give you an update, Felicia. Remember I said I got covered because of my sleep apnea?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I heard you talk about a pharmacy begin with a W, Walgreens. And so you and I have Walgreens, stories. So I got in my app. My app was like, we're working on your refill. So as I'm looking, it said price $1,100. I'm like, what is up? I'm now being prescribed Zepbound for sleep apnea. So I called the pharmacist. Like, wait a minute, the codes are correct, but we're not sure why you're getting kicked out. So Felicia, you and I are probably on the same thing. Medi-Cal RX. I get down with that because of my disability. So I'm on that as well. So I called them and I'm like, hey, what's going on? I'm supposed to be, approved because of my OSA. He said, well, you have to get a pre-authorization. So now I'm calling my doctors. So I'm like, hey, can you I have a PA. Her name is Joe. I said, hey, Joe, can I talk to Joe? Oh, Joe no longer works here anymore. She left in December. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? So I'm on the phone with one of the nurses. I'm like, I need this. It's saying I'm not authorized. What can I do? She's like, well, when did you last have your sleep study? I said, well, I had one back in November. She said, what's your AHI number? I'm like, what in the world is an AHI number? So what I did, I was able to get the paperwork from the sleep study. And I said, oh, my AHI number is 8.8. She said, oh, no, you got to be at a 16. And I'm like, a 16? Well, I thought I just had to have sleep apnea. So she was like, I have to be able to justify that since you've been on this medication that you got down to an 8.8. Do you have anything that says that you're higher than 8.8? So I'm going through my paperwork. Can you believe, Felicia, back in 2023, my AHI on my sleep apnea test was 36.8.
Oh my God.
That's how bad my sleep apnea was.
Oh Lord.
Now it's down to 8.8. I was like at severe, at the top of severe. And I think it was because of my paralysis and my weight and everything. But being mild now, I was like, oh, that's a huge win. But I'm like, I need my meds to stay on it. So she's like, yeah. So let me work on this for you and let you know. So as of today, I don't have coverage. But if not, I'm so glad that you dropped your video because your video gave me some knowledge. So, but I'm gonna continue to be on it. Do not get me wrong. Either one way or the other way. So I just wanted to share that nugget, which because I know you and I have been talking about me and sleep apnea and everything and on this.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm glad everything's going good for you though, because sleep apnea is no joke. Like a lot of
yeah,
people, yeah, a lot of people think it's just like you're not breathing in your sleep, but that's what pushed me to go to weight loss management, was because I wasn't breathing in my sleep no more. And then my doctor was like, "Oh, you know it causes brain damage." And I was like, "What do you mean brain damage? But sleep apnea doesn't cause brain damage." He's like, "Yeah, because you're not getting oxygen to your brain." He's like, "That's why you keep falling asleep literally everywhere you go. Like you're falling asleep as you're talking to me." He's like, "You are gonna have, it can go to temporary to like permanent brain fog. After that, there's nothing you could do. You can't really reverse it after that." That scared me
oh
enough
yeah,
to be like, "Let me go. Let me go to the weight loss clinic."
yeah, because sleep apnea can take you out. I
It
mean,
really can.
it took out Hall of Fame football player Reggie White. Sleep apnea took him out.
Yes.
It can take out a lot of people, and
Okay.
please, I didn't mean to go off into my
No,
story, but
no, no.
I wanted to share that as far as I'll keep you up to date to see if I'll get covered again, and not I'm gonna be covered. So, but what did you find out about yourself, Felicia, when you got on this medication? What were some of the things you found out about yourself?
I found out literally, like, I have this, I don't know how to explain it, but this fire that I have within me. I just, when I set my mind to something, I didn't know how far I can go through with it. I knew from the moment of shot number one, I had a whole conversation with myself and I was like, I could do this. All I needed was that screaming of that food noise to be gone. I found out who I was without the food noise. That I am not just a space case type of person. I am more than just what I think about every single second. I can actually think through stuff, process things. I didn't realize how self aware I was. Food noise, when I tell you food noise was torture. And I know people think that's dramatic, but it was torture. When you have somebody whispering in your ear all the time, mine was screaming. I didn't know who I was because the food noise was just telling me, eat, 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 you're hungry. Like you said how you couldn't live without talking gummy bears. I couldn't live without hot Cheetos. I got scared when California said that we're canceling out Red Dye 40. I was scared. I literally called my sister in New Jersey and told her, if this goes through, I need you to send me shipments of hot Cheetos because I couldn't live my life without it. That's how bad the food noise was. And that's something I never told anyone before, but it was terrifying. But to find out who you are, clear, with your mental just not in a fog, I'm more grateful for that than anything else in this medication. Absolutely.
No, I'm with you on that because I know, like with me, I became more creative. I was already a creative person because
Oh,
I've been an artist, my entire life.
yeah.
Whether it was music, entertainment, but now I'm like, it's like a beast has been unleashed because of the
Yes.
quieting of that food noise, and that's one thing that just because the way food is produced in this country and we've been consuming it for so long, it has robbed all of us
Yes.
of who we really are because of the
Yes.
chemicals and all these things. So a lot of us really don't know who we are until we get on this meds. And we're like, so this is who I am. I'm a lot more chilled now. I used to get upset, a lot,
Yes.
because my blood glucose was going haywire and I was flirting around with the sugarfoot,
Right.
so it was so much going on. And Felicia, I've seen that transformation in you to the point where you were terrified
Oh, yeah.
to to do your channel. I remember that. And then I remember your first video to what we see today, Felicia. It is like we have created not a monster, but as black folks say, a monster. That's
Oh,
what we did because I mean, you are just this social butterfly that
yeah.
has come out your cocoon. And you remind me a lot of Grace because Grace was the same way. When Grace first started out, she was kind of, you could tell she was like feeling her way and everything. And now both you guys are like beasts in these YouTube streets. And I see others like Kim J's content. I'm starting to go through hers
Oh, yeah.
and to see her maturation process. It's been amazing. And that's why I encourage everyone out there, even if your YouTube channel is private and you want to share it just with us, you know,
Right.
chronicle your journey, because you will see an amazing transformation between your mind, your body, and your soul. And you're like, wow, this me right now.
Yes. It's wonderful. It's beautiful to witness. That's why I tell people it's beautiful to witness everyone's journey on a different aspect. Seeing my first video to where I am now, seeing Grace's first video to where she is now, seeing Kim's first video to where she is now. We are totally not different people. We're better people.
Absolutely.
We have bettered ourselves throughout so much. Like, we're not anxious or scared. We are just accepting it all in, because this community is nothing but love. It really is.
And you know what? I'll go as far as this too, Felicia. Call me crazy, but I think if everyone in this world who can tolerate it was on a GLP-1, I think you wouldn't see all the drama we see in the world today, because you know, there are so many underlying factors that cause people to act out, you know. And when all this said and done, all this research that we're doing, we're going to find out that these chemicals we've been putting in our bodies, eating wise, then cause a lot of us to have a lot of pain. And when you start consuming correctly, when your blood sugar is right, when your mind is right, I mean, you realize that some of the stuff that used to make you mad don't make you mad no more. You know, we still human. You know, we still imperfect. We're still human. So we're still going to have like ups and downs, but the ups and downs ain't as bad as it was, you know, before we was on these shots.
Right.
So Felicia, tell me what it was like when you finally said, I'm gonna do my channel, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I mean, you went from doing one video to now being on people's lives, doing some exercising, you know, putting yourself out there, you know, doing your dance, doing your welcome to Slayer Nay. Welcome to Slayer Nay. I mean, and you know, tell us about that, please.
I had a couple people just kind of like, hey, you should tell your story because you've lost a lot of weight. I'm like, yeah, a lot of people have lost a lot of weight on this meds. It's like nothing new anymore. And they're like, no, but like, you know, you're so kind, you're so sweet. And I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if anybody wants to hear a, stay-at-home mom like that. And they're like, just, think about it. As soon as I had one idea, it was like everybody was like, do it, hurry up already, do it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm actually going to do this. I talked to my husband and he's like, I don't know why you haven't done it already. And I'm like, oh, not you too. So as soon as I did post my first video, and I was nervous, I wore this shirt and everything. That was my first video shirt. And as nervous as I was, as soon as I ended it, I was like, oh, it wasn't that bad. And then all I knew is that I wanted to spread love. That's the only reason why I wanted to start my channel. I just wanted to spread love because there's not enough love in this world that can be spread. You can always spread love. Always. We all need it. Some of us want it. Even if you don't want it or won't desire for it, it's the best thing we can give out. So that was my first initial thought. And then I started making friends along the way. And I was like, hey, how do you guys do this? And they're like, well, we just do it. And I'm like, okay, well, I could try that. And then I told myself I was never going to do exercising. And then when JC made the Zumba challenge, I was like, I used to love Zumba. Why can't I get back into that? So I asked Kim J, and I was like, hey, I want to get back into it. And she said, okay. And so then I did it. Yeah. And then she's like, well, let's keep going. And so I kept going. And then other people started coming to me saying, hey, I'm nervous about going live. Do you think you could help me? And I'm like, sure. And I just didn't realize that I went from this little shell to now I'm helping other people. And I'm like, where did that come from? I was holding myself back, not only from all the weight, the weight that I hold in my heart was lifted when I made it this channel. The personality, the socialness, like I didn't realize I was a social butterfly until I got on here and I'm like, hey, I could talk to anybody, one of you guys. And I love it.
And you are unapologetic who you are. And I'm here for it because your videos are authentic. I mean, you just be like, let me tell you this, this is how much I spend on mine. And you do like, I was like, that's why we love you. You're adorable because you are you. And that's, people can in this community. And I hope we do this more. And I'm not trying to cast shade on nobody out there, but I'm just saying, Felicia, you and I, we from the West Coast. We know somebody being a mark when they just doing stuff for clicks and they just ain't about that life. I mean, we know we can pick up on that, right?
Yes, we do. We do. That's why I loved your channel. As soon as you started talking, I was like, "Oh, he's from California. I know this man is from California." He may be up here like, "Hey, you guys, this is my journey." And you're like, when you first started coming up about your GLP-1, when I saw you live, I was like, "Oh, there's Paul. There he is." Like, we for some reason can just tell when people are either doing things for clicks, controversy, or just it's not even authentic. But to be genuine on YouTube, that's what you want, because you can be controversial and gossip channel all day. Sure, people are going to come to you, but are they going to come for you? No, they're going to come for what you're talking about. When you're genuine and authentic, you can't fake it. They're going to be there for you. That's what I love about this side of YouTube, at least.
That is well said.
Thank you.
If you want longevity on YouTube, now I have not shared this with a lot of people. I'm sharing to this live channel, and now people are going to hear about this too, who are going to watch the replay. I have over 1 million views on my YouTube channel.
Hey.
I have made almost $10,000 off of YouTube since I've been on YouTube.
Yeah.
And here's the key to YouTube longevity: be yourself. And Felicia, you are yourself, because fads are gonna change, and they're gonna go away. Pretty soon people ain't gonna care about GLP-1s, but they're gonna care about you and your journey. They're gonna remember some of the things that you told them about. I was struggling here, and this is what happened. Like Kim J's video last night. Me and Rainy Days both watched that from our bed last night, because I started off in my little studio room, and so I couldn't comment. But to hear Kim J's story last night about her blood sugar and everything, and I was like, see, this is good content right here. This is what's going to keep people on Kim's channel for years to come, because she's talking about real life problems. She's talking about blood sugar. If blood sugar drop, that can be very fatal for all of us. So, I mean, these are real life solutions, and I appreciate that. And that's when you'll be able to differentiate that people are always going to come back. How's Kim doing? Oh, she did this, she did that.
Yeah.
And like with you, Felicia, like when you were able to talk about losing your coverage, and now you have coverage, and how you're going to do things that connect with people, and like you always say, we're not the experts. We're not medical professionals. We're not, trying to tell somebody what to do.
Right.
We're just sharing our journeys. And I think our stories are amazing. And the more people that get out, these stories get out, I think it's going to be, and this community is, I mean, Mia's awesome. Cookie's awesome.
Yes.
Purple Bellflower is awesome. And if I'm not shouting out your name, it don't mean that I don't love you and giving you props. It's like, I forget who's on here. I have some cognizant issues too, because when I first got hurt over 30 years ago, Felicia, my heart stopped for 50 seconds. And so I was like clinically dead for 50 seconds.
Right.
So some of my recall is not as sharp. So sometimes I forget some things, but that's neither here or there. I just want to let everybody know we love you. And we're gonna go to the chat real soon. But right now I just want to spend some time with Felicia and finding out about her. So Felicia, you are a gamer. I don't know if you caught that when I talked about you that I was a gamer too. And did you get that little Easter egg I told you about me and gaming? Did you get that?
I didn't think I got the Easter egg, but I was putting down everything you were talking about gaming. I didn't know you were a gamer at all, but then I knew about you going to Comic-Con. So I was like, I think he's into gaming. I just didn't know if I wanted to say anything about it. It wasn't until Hard Dream dropped that Tekken video, I was like, hold on. And then underneath those comments, I saw Real Journal Talk with V, and she's like, I love Tekken. And I was like, wait, did I find the gaming community that I have been like looking for a minute? And I did. I found all the gamer girls. I did not know in that live how many girls actually gamed.
Yeah. And here's a little Easter egg that I dropped. When I said I worked on those games, I actually meant I worked on those games.
Oh my God, you did?
Yeah. My little side hustle, I'm an accessibility consultant. So I work with PlayStation, EA, Meta, Google. I work with a lot of the tech companies to make sure that these technologies are accessible for ones who are disabled. And so if you play the Spider-Man 2 game, and if you go into the credits, you'll see my name on the credits of Spider-Man 2.
Oh my God.
You will see my name on the credits of T-Lu 1 and 2. You will see my name in Ragnarok, and you will also see my name in Horizon as well too. So I've actually, that's part of my other, my other life besides all the other things that I do. So
that is incredible. You have no idea. That's incredible. This is incredible. Sorry, you guys. You guys don't understand how incredible this is. It is incredible.
No,
so if you do, then yes.
So the reason I say that, I will hook you up with some game codes. So I'll definitely do that. And then the PlayStation Access controller. They made a controller a few years back for people like with disabilities can play. I worked on that project too. I worked on that project beginning in the pandemic, and it was released like 5 years later. So if you Google like PlayStation Access controller, you'll see me like being interviewed. You'll see like my picture and all that other stuff. But and that's a part of me that a lot of people don't know in these GLP-1 streets, because I've separated like my journalist life, my tech life, and then this right here. And it's when I was at Comic-Con, right? I interviewed before in the past Chris Gorman. He's now on Sheriff Country, and I interviewed him because he does the voice of the Flash in animation. And he saw me. He's like, "You lost weight." And I'm like, "Yeah, I did." It's really cool to see people who seen you when you were, a little bit larger, and see that you have, you've changed. How do you feel when people see you, Felicia? They're like, "Felicia, there's something up with you."
Oh yeah, it's always people that haven't seen me for a minute, or like kind of like being reunited with somebody. Like I have a lot of therapists that come for my daughter, and sometimes they'll come see me after 5 years, and they'll be like, I'll answer the door and I'm like, "Hey, how are you?" And they're like, "Oh my God, it's you. Like, what happened?" And I was like, I lost some weight." And they're like, I'm sorry. Like, oh my gosh. Family's family, okay? They're kind of like, "Oh, are you sick?" And I'm like, "No, I'm not sick. I'm on Zepbound." And they're like, "Oh, you and your dad are on the same thing." I'm like, "Yeah." There's some people that choose to be positive about it. There's some people that are like extremely negative about it, but I never know how to really react. I'll just kind of react however you react, because I'm just happy. At the end of the day, I'm happy and I'm healthy.
Yeah, and sometimes people are funny. They talk about you when you're kind of healthy, right? Oh, you putting on weight, blah blah. But then you start dropping. They like, "Okay, Felicia, we got our tumblers, right? We gotta hydrate." I love that. So y'all who watching right now, who's on these GLP-1 streets with me and FMB, you gotta make sure we hydrate. That's what we gotta do. We gotta hydrate. So everybody take a hydration break. But like I was saying, people always talk about you when you're gaining weight and all that, and then when they see you now, they ain't got nothing to say. And I'm like, wait a minute, you used to talk about me this and that, but now you got nothing to say. But I know, but the real ones recognize your struggle. I know like my mom will be 92 in May, and mom is like an active 92. She had me, I'm the baby of the family. She had me, I was an accident. when I say it was when I say it was an accident, my next oldest sibling is almost 7 years older than me, so I was like an
Oh
accident
wow.
when I came around. So my mom and I, we always was close because it was so much age difference between me and my other siblings. But
Yeah.
when I was gaining weight, she always said, "Boy, you don't have that. You need to have that baby." She's talking about my stomach, but now she said, "Oh boy, you didn't have that baby." So I'm like, "Mom, recognize, and she stays with us and everything. So she's seen like our changes and everything that we have made, and
Yeah.
it's nice when people recognize it. I'm not gonna be one of them like, well, I don't care if nobody recognizes. No, I want somebody to recognize. It's hard work. You let me
Oh
know I'm
yeah.
doing good. Give me my affirmation. That's how I feel. Am I wrong, Felicia?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's
I was
what.
about to sneeze. 1 second.
Oh, no worries. Do your thing.
Oh, sorry, I was holding that in. But go ahead, dear. I'm sorry.
No. Do your thing. No, what I'm saying, I don't mind getting an affirmation. People say, hey,
Oh yeah.
you're looking good. You're doing this. I mean, I went from fitting a 5X shirt like my stomach
Yes.
was holding my shirt hostage. That's how I used to be. But now
Sorry.
I'm fitting comfortably in a 3X shirt. Like this shirt right here
Yeah.
is a 5X, and it's like, I'm swimming in it now. So it's like, and that's why I still wear this. I need to get new clothes. Are you at that point now, Felicia? You
Oh
some new clothes?
yeah. I'm definitely. I'm like, I can't fit into none of. I try to rock my Forex shirts because people don't realize that plus size clothing is expensive. It's so I paid like $30 for a single shirt, and I have 5 of those shirts. So 30 times 5, that's a lot of money for those shirts. But now I'm at a point where I can't. I literally can't wear them anymore. I bought this shirt for my very first video. It's a 2X, and it's getting, and I'm like, oh my gosh, they didn't tell you how expensive it would be to lose weight either. I'm trying so hard to fit into my three
And
X's and 2X's, but it's the inevitable that's happening now that I'm like, I don't even know what. Oh, I don't even know what my size is right now. I have to sort through that.
so here's the thing about the GLP-1. It saves us money in them grocery stores. It
Yes.
saves us money when we buy clothes because I've always been in the big and tall, Felicia.
Yes.
So I'm looking forward to go into like a regular store and get me a regular extra large or XL t-shirt. But I am 6'6", so I kind of gotta gravitate towards the tall size.
Yeah, your torso is
Yeah,
taller.
and being over 6 feet, so I got to make sure that I still look okay with it. But I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to not spending that much money on clothes
Ugh, I
and
know.
just be comfortable. So Felicia, we're gonna go into our chat and we're gonna talk to ones in our chat. Please, if you have any questions for Felicia or anything, please hit it with the triple Qs, and Felicia will answer questions. I'll answer some questions too if you have some for me. I'm an open book. I know sometimes people are afraid to ask people who are disabled certain questions about anything. Not me. I've done a lot of public speaking. My
Yes.
story is out there. So any questions for Felicia and I, we'll definitely answer it. But before we bring on these questions, Felicia, what is the last bit of advice you would give to someone out there who is thinking about these GLP-1s, who may be on these GLP-1s, and who might have been scared to be on these GLP-1s? So you got 3 questions to answer, Felicia.
Yes.
And if you ask me to remind you those questions, I forgot already, but just do your best, my dear.
Okay. So for the people that haven't started yet, if you are not willing to change your entire life, don't do it. You have to change everything. If you cannot sit down and face why you need this or why you need the help, how did you get to the highest weight? How did you let your comorbidity slip so past you that now you may need other medications, devices just to even stay functional? If you're not ready to answer all that, don't do it. If you are ready, then please consider it because it will change your entire life. And I mean that from the bottom of me. You will find yourself again. You will find everything you thought you were missing, but you have to do it for you physically, emotionally, mentally, You gotta be there. You gotta be that muscle that everyone keeps telling us to build. Build that in here. Build that in here. Absolutely. For the people that are on it and they are struggling, don't give up. Please don't give up. Don't compare yourself to somebody else. Don't look at me and feel like, well, she lost 120. It's okay. You could get there too. It's just God will let you get there on your time, sweetheart. And so don't compare yourself to nobody here. It's you versus you. And I versus me, because I fought that battle with myself silently, with nobody watching, with me staring at myself in the mirror. I fought my battles. Now it's your turn. I could cheer you on all day, though. I will be a supporter before I'm ever a creator. Always. But please, if the battle gets tough, you just got to get a little tougher. And you can restart a journey. Like Paul and me, we have talked about, we have been on multiple journeys before this journey. We have ended those journeys. We've restarted them. We've rebuilt them. We are stronger for it. All that matters at the end of the day is to be better than today, than yesterday, be better than tomorrow. That's all that this life really is. And for the people that, I forgot the last question. I think it was the people that before they started, while they're on it. I forgot the last one.
And I forgot too. No, I'm just joking. And then people who are maybe apprehensive about starting it.
Okay, so for the people that are apprehensive, kind of the same thing. I understand. You're going to see the media. You're going to see everything that's out there. You're going to see all the negatives. Heck, you're going to see the positives and be like, hey, give that to me. And I might just melt this off. Do your research. Please. Please do your research. Research everything. This isn't just a pill. This isn't just some electrolytes. This is a real shot with real side effects and real consequences if you don't know what you're doing. Please. My dad was on his journey a whole year by himself. And now knowing what I know now, we have to go back and rebuild some muscle. We have to go back and rebuild a lot of things because he just thought he was just taking a shot. And it was so much more. So please, please, do your research. Get inspired, get motivated, yeah. But just please, go to your healthcare professional. If they're not answering the questions, just do research. Yeah.
Awesome. I love that. And Felicia, there's an amazing picture behind you. Who's in that picture?
That's my mom and that's my dad.
You look like your mom, Felicia.
Yeah, I know. I look just like my mom. I'm like her twin. And if you ever see my daughter, she's like my little mini me. So it's like 3 generations of us just looking like my mom. And now that I've lost a lot of weight, I think that's a weird part about me is when I was a lot bigger, I couldn't look at myself in the mirror because I saw her all the time. And it kind of made me sad because she wasn't here no more. Now that I've lost a lot of weight, I'm seeing me now for the first time. I don't have to be sad when I look at her. I see glimpse of her, but I'm seeing Felicia now. And I think that's the beauty of all of it.
You have a beautiful mom.
Thank you.
Mom and Pops look amazing in that picture right there. And you let Pops know we said what's up. And
yes, of course.
when I come down to San Diego, we all got to get some rolled tacos together. All right.
Yes. Oh my gosh. I try to have my husband try to find you at Comic-Con. So tough. And I was like, please, if you see Paul Amadeus Lane, he's supposed to be there. Take a picture of him. Call me. Man, he could not find you because I was like, he's like, I don't see Paul. I've been trying to ask for a Paul. And I was like, he's probably actually like behind the scenes. So I'm like, okay, next time I'm definitely meeting up with you for Comic-Con.
Awesome. And I will give him my number. He can text me and I'll come out wherever I'm at and he and I can hang out and have some fun and take some pictures. And I forgot to ask you, Felicia, what's your goal weight? What are you trying to get down to?
So my goal weight, it's funny because I weighed myself today and I didn't, I know it says I'm 120 pounds down, but I'm 215 today. And that means that I'm actually 130 pounds down. I didn't realize that until today.
My goodness.
I didn't realize that till today. So I was like, oh my gosh, I'm actually a lot lighter than I thought I was.
130. Hold on a second. I'm gonna do my best Dee impersonation. Let me see if I can give you some confetti. Well, let me try. Let me see if I got confetti on mine. Hold on 1 second, Felicia.
I'm here. Don't worry.
That is amazing. I don't have any confetti. I ain't like Dee Dee. I gotta give me some.
That's
give me some
okay. This is the
like Dee Dee.
confetti. Woo!
Yes,
There you go.
Felicia, that is amazing. Congratulations. I mean,
Yes.
that is
Thank
awesome.
you.
So I tell you what, we'll go to our chat right now, and if
Yes.
any questions from Felicia, I'll go through the chats and see what they've said since we've been on here. So let me just go up to the top. We've had a lot of chats. So let me go over here, Felicia, and we'll start from the beginning. And boom, that's Kim J was telling us hi in the beginning. Cookie, did you see that picture of Cookie that she had on that one time? I was like, Cookie is fine. You see that? Remember that picture?
Cookie is fine. Yes, I saw
Yeah.
that picture. When I first saw Cookie, I said, "Girl, Cookie, yes."
Yep. And and Cookie, I know your husband be telling people, leave her alone. She mine. All right. People saying Kim J. Z called you the queen. Z is awesome too. Z, start your channel. Z, start your channel. All right. That was Cookie telling. I'm gonna go through these early ones. Everybody saying somebody hi.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Here we go. Sister Shay. Dee Dee was in the house. Man, thank you, Dee Dee.
Look at her. She's working and she's listening.
Yes.
I love you, Dee Dee.
Thank you, Dee Dee. Jeez Louise.
Ah.
All right, West Coast, what's up? That's what I'm talking about, Kim J. East Coast. There's Mia. Mia, you are so sweet. I mean, you are just one of the salt of the earth. I mean, the way that you love up on us, we really appreciate that. Nicole, Purple Bellflower's in the house. All right. Happy Monday, everybody. All right. Brenda. That's what I'm talking about. All right. And there is Brenda Marie's in the house. All right. Hi to Mia. All right. As we're going through these comments, Felicia, tell everybody about what a rolled taco is. Some people think it's taquito, but tell them what a rolled taco is.
So rolled taco, I guess some people would call it, taquitos, and there's a difference. There's taquitos, there's flautas, and there's rolled tacos. So taquitos is like kind of plain Jane, nothing's on it. It's still made with corn tortilla. Flautas looks like the same thing. It's basically a taco. You put whatever you want in the middle, meat, potato, veggies, and you roll it up, and you can fry it, air fry it, however you want to do it. Flautas is with flour tortilla. Rolled tacos is supreme out of all of them, okay? It has the corn tortilla. I like beef roll tacos. You got your lettuce, your guacamole, your pico de gallo, your cheese, and your sour cream, honey. And you put that all on top and you enjoy it. Oh my gosh, you guys.
I remember the first time I had it, Felicia. I have cousins in San Diego, and they were like, "Oh, you want some rolled tacos?" I said, "You mean taquitos?" I said, "No, rolled tacos." I was like, "Yeah, let me see what these about." Oh my goodness! The first time I had those rolled tacos, I was like, "This is so good." So if y'all ever in San Diego, y'all got to get you some rolled tacos because San Diego got the best Mexican food. They do.
And I'm not gonna lie to you, I will, because we are so close to the border of Mexico, and people are like, "No, your tacos are not better than Mexico," and I'm like, "I will fight you one-on-one because it is." San Diego just has the best Mexican food, and it's just what it is. It's delicious. I don't want to leave. My husband told me, "I don't care how much money I have to make. We are staying here forever," and I said, "And that's on everything."
Yeah. Nah, I totally get that. All right, so here we go. Let's go through these comments right quick. Yeah, roll tacos. All right. Kim says, I can see it at FMB.
I hear some streamers, Paul, I got you for the confetti.
I love it. Dee Dee, you gotta send me the confetti link, Dee Dee, so I can get somebody people some confetti. All right. Dee Dee has a question. Here we go.
Dee Dee.
I can relate. Oh, that's not a question. So many things she said. Awesome job. Nice. Dee Dee, thank you.
Yes.
Shay, so good to have you. I've been sick, Shay, so I'm gonna respond to your email. I'm so sorry. I will definitely get that out. Brenda's talking about her mom and dad. Wow, Brenda, you have some tall parents.
It's tall, honey.
Wow. All right. Yes, Z is awesome.
She
All
is.
right. Amazing. Congratulations. 130. Congratulations.
I never answered your question though about my goal weight.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. See, I
Oh
have,
no,
I
you're
have
fine. I just remembered that. I'm so sorry.
no, I have ADHD too. So
And that's okay. Oh, okay. My goal weight, it changes. It was 165, but I kind of want to do what you do. I want to get to Wonderland and see what I look like. And I know
yeah,
that I'm pretty close to there, 15 pounds away from there, and that's hard to believe, but I want to get down to 180 and see what I look like. And
no,
if I feel like I can go lower, cool. If I feel like I'm cool there, then I'm perfectly fine.
yeah, I'm with you. That sounds good. Cookie, I knew Cookie was gonna take that when I said that. I
Ah!
was talking about that 150. Cookie, you always look beautiful. I just want you to stop. I want
Always,
you to
honey.
know.
Always.
Give Jay. There we go. Hey, Brenda. Nice.
And
Felicia. All right. Here we go. Some more comments. Brenda. All right. What does Paul mean? See, Cookie, I knew he was gonna take it like that. You always look good all the time. All right. Dee Dee says, hi everyone. I was on the other chat. Happy Monday night, listening and working so I can relate. Said about her mom. Yeah. Yeah, it touched my heart.
oh,
For
thank
sure.
you,
Yeah,
Dee.
thank you,
Thank
Dee Dee.
you. Yes.
All right. Hi, Dee Dee. Everybody saying hi to Dee Dee, the downsizing diva. All right. Yeah, Dee Dee's in the house. That's Queen right there. All right, here we go. And Dee Dee, thank you for supporting us. We appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Because Dee Dee's an awesome person.
She
I
really
was like,
is.
I see her comment. Had me looking back though, the comments. That's funny. My son is your height. Oh wow. So
Oh
Brenda's
my
son is 6'6". That's cool.
gosh, Brenda, you have a whole man in your house.
Yeah. Can you imagine me when I was up and around being this tall? And I was a mess. You couldn't tell me nothing. I was fine, y'all. I was beautiful back then. No, I'm just joking.
Oh my gosh.
All right. Hi, Kim. Jeez Louise. There she is. I was in the other chat with trolls.
Please.
Oh, wow. So there were trolls in the other chat, Dee Dee? Oh, my goodness. I got to give me a moderator, Dee Dee. I need to be like you. Give me a moderator.
You should have some moderators. It's fun to have moderators.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do that. All right. Here we go. Hey, twin. You're so funny. You're talking about, all right.
You're so funny.
I was wondering Troll's comment came from. All right. Kim J says, yep, Dee Dee, I can imagine. It's something about the vertical lives. The trolls be all up in there through the chats. Hey, trolls, keep on coming because you know what? Your trolling is paying me. keep your trolling coming. Pay me. You know what I mean? I can block your trolls. Keep trolling. You're paying me. It's all good, right?
Okay.
Right, Felicia? Oh, and if you're not subscribed to Felicia Marie Bee's channel, please subscribe to her channel. We got to get her to 1,000 likes. So please do that. Yes. Dee Dee is one of my supporters. She's a member of my channel. Thank you, Dee Dee. I really appreciate that.
Yes.
She's awesome and amazing. And Bellflower. So Cookie, are we cool? You know, you find all the time, Cookie. So you know what I mean. So I just want to say that. Yeah. So Felicia, we'll hang out about a few more minutes, and I'll let you go ahead and do what it does. It's only 7 o'clock here on the West Coast.
I know, right? Party time.
It's like 10 o'clock on the East Coast and all the other time, but we'll spend a little more time with our friends in the chat. Felicia, who inspires you in our community?
Ooh, oh my gosh.
Calamity J, hold on a second. Calamity J's in the house.
Yes, JC's here.
JC, what's going on? Oh, and everybody, please stick around to the end. I dropped a remix of the song that you guys have to see. So what did you think about the remix, Felicia?
I loved it. I remember seeing Perfectly Pamela when you dropped that song. And I was in the chat and I was like, hey, I loved it. Thank you.
Awesome. All right, here we go. So who inspires you in this community, Felicia? Now, y'all don't get mad if she don't mention y'all, but I know I'm gonna start some YouTube beefs here. But who inspires you in our community? It could be multiple ones.
Oh, it definitely is multiple for sure. Like, I will say, Delilah was the person that pushed me to make a channel. She inspired me to talk about my emotions for sure. Dee Dee was, and I said this to Dee Dee before, but she was the first person I ever wrote anything in anybody's live. I was so nervous, and I put it in her live. If it was not for Dee Dee, and I can say this wholeheartedly, I would not have the friends I have today. Because of her lives, I met so many people through Dee Dee. And it was like genuine connections. It wasn't just people that were like, hey, how you doing, girl? Like, this was genuine people. And then it went down the line to, like, of course, like, I would watch Alonda every single day. When I was having dinner, I was watching Alonda. That's just what it was. And then, of course, you got other people. Like, the first person I ever watched was Countess of Shopping. I think she was everybody's Zep-bound, go-to. It was great. Her and Brittany Rose, like, you're always just kind of, like, catching up. And then I saw Fit Flavor Fun, and those were the inspirational ones. Simply Taisha was one that I was going on Monday lives every single Monday for her, because I never heard somebody talk about food noise at her size. And I thought that was really interesting. And then the friends I have today, they inspire me because they push me as a content creator, and that is Kim J. Kim J pushes me, and not in any way, I mean positive. When I tell you, me and her are like this powerhouse, she is a friend that I never knew I would be somebody's friend like that. When she pushes me spiritually, that's a whole nother level. Yeah. These are the people that are, and then when I started my channel, I will say the first person to ever tell me, like, I cannot wait for you to upload another video was Cookie. Mm-hmm. I was like, Cookie is like my first, like, true supporter through anything. Like, she was like, hey, I can't wait for you to drop another video. Hurry up. And I was like, oh my God. These are the people that have inspired me for sure. And of course, everybody else that I like. That's why I did my love letter series. I put everybody that I ever was inspired by, that I just wanted to show love to, I put them in that box. And when it's your day to get pulled out, I will pour my entire heart out to you. For sure. And I have done it for multiple people now.
I love that. I love that. You mentioned some amazing people out there. And Kim J, you are correct. I'm going to do a second version of the song. You definitely going to be in that song. Mia's going to be in that song. So I'm definitely gonna drop. I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna make it a 3.5 minute song. Because there's so many people in our community. I want to give thanks to for being out there. And Felicia, you talked about the spiritual side of things. That's one thing I've noticed about you. A lot of us in this community, we have faith, and one of my favorite scriptures is Matthew chapter 5 verse 3. To set that setting, that's when Jesus was on the Sermon on the Mount, and that's when he fed the multitude with two fishes and the loaves. And in the beginning of the Sermon on the Mount, he told us the key to happiness. He said, "Happy are those conscious of their spiritual need." Other translations may say it a little differently, but he was giving us the key to happiness. And our spiritual need is the foundation that makes everything else more happy for us out there. And I appreciate how you talk about your faith and how that's important too.
Yeah, it is. That's why I say in the beginning of my channel, I'm like, I'm on my physical, emotional, mental, spiritual journey, because it's all a journey. We all have multiple journeys we're on at the same time. And it's beautiful to witness it from everybody. Yeah,
that is so true. All right, here's some look at Dee Dee says, "I'm so glad you did." That's awesome, Felicia. I'm glad you're in the space. Yeah. And Felicia, when I say bye, Felicia, I ain't trying to be that's a term of endearment for you, okay? Bye, Felicia. All right. All right.
I always tell people that I was the first Felicia, because Friday came out in '94, and I came out in '92, so I'm the first Felicia.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the real Felicia. Yep.
Yes.
All right. Mia says this. Okay, let me go over here for a second. Mia says, "Experience, strength, and hope was one of my first along with Twan. Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Twan.
Twan. Woo, Twan. When I tell you I wouldn't be where I am today
Yep.
if it wasn't for Twan, ooh, that's a
Talking
memory.
about Twan. Twan is amazing.
Yeah.
I love the way Twan says breakfast. She says she says my breakfast. I love that because, like I said, I spent some time in the South, so I love Southern accents. That's why
Yeah.
I love Kim's YouTube, because it takes me back when I spent some time in the South, and I love just the way the different words are pronounced. You know, when I was in the South, I would ask my friends, "Do I have an accent too, coming from California?" I said, "Yes, Paul from California has an accent." So they would talk about my accent too. But all right, Cookie says, Dee was the first chat I joined in on too. She's as well. Yes, she was. I knew her probably feel well. Yes, Dee, when I first went on your chat too, Dee, you was like real nice to me. And
Yeah.
can you believe, Felicia, that I'll be on my journey? We're less than a month away than I've been on my journey for a year. And then I started YouTube, I want to say maybe April with my journey and rebranding. So yeah. Yes, everybody's been phenomenal. Yes, in their own way. Absolutely. Thank you all. All right, sweet honey. B.
Oh,
It's
thank
at the time
you.
here. Yes. Didi says, give that song to Dr. Dre. No, I should. You know, I actually have an older brother. You know, if you all follow me on Instagram, I have an older brother. His name is Andrew, and he's in the music industry, and he's worked with like Miley Cyrus, Trey
Oh wow.
Songz, and he and I used to work together before I had my accident. So we've worked with some well-known acts when we were growing up, and he's a little older than me, but he's been in the industry for a while, and sometimes he always tells me, you know, make some more stuff, and I'm like, no, but I really need to. Yeah, Didi panel lives changed my world. That's awesome, Mia.
Yeah.
The menopause and other health issues. Yeah, the menopause one helped me too, Mia. Oh, thanks, Mia. That's very happy. Nice. The love letter. Yeah, yes, I remember the love letter series.
Thank you.
Felicia, those love letter series were really awesome. Resurrect them, bring them back. You know, those are awesome.
Yeah, I was too afraid to do it to my last video because I didn't want, if the last video got taken down for what I was talking about, I was like, ooh, I don't want to put somebody's letter up there, and then they're like, oh, you can't talk about that on YouTube. So I was like, I'm sorry.
But you know what? All this mess on YouTube now,
Right.
like, try, you know,
Right.
Because some of the stuff they let fly, and I'm like, why are you letting that fly? And it's like,
Exactly. And I can't talk about, you know, my medication, I guess.
yeah.
But the next one for sure. I'm going to have the people on there. I'm going to have the letter on their next one.
Have you got flagged before on a video on YouTube?
Never. And I hope I don't ever get flagged.
Yeah, I haven't either. So really cool.
Oh, that's incredible. And you've had many, many videos.
Yeah, Cookie is an amazing supporter. Yeah.
She really is.
Yeah. Yeah. Bellflower, Mia, Pammy, and Kim J.
Woo.
You know, I thought I know Didi. As soon as I make this comment, I know Didi's gonna put a comment on when I say this. Hey Didi, can you talk with Mel to the B and tell her, can she comment?
Mel to the B.
Did you throw one of my videos? That's all. If she comment on one, then I mean I got her validation too. You know, I'm still feeling some kind of way because I haven't got a comment from Mel to the B, and if she did, then I know that I'm on the right track. Because one thing about Mel, the one thing about Mel will tell you like a TI is, you know, something ain't right. So I want to get her feedback on how she think about everything. All right, Brenda. No, I rarely get headaches. Okay. That's good to know. Didi, to the one plant, the seed, and encouraging. We start. That's nice.
Yeah. I saw you, Paul, through Didi. You popped in Didi's chat, and I was like, who's Paul? And everybody was staring at you like, who is this man? us. And then you're like, I'm on a GLP-1, and we're like, oh, then welcome in.
Yeah, because I know, and I jumped in with both feet. I was like, I'm new to
You
this
did.
community. I don't know what I'm doing. And when I saw, the first live I jumped into was simply Taisha's. And Darium and Mel to the B both said hi to me. And I was like, okay, well, let me tell you what I am. This and that, been on a GLP-1. And then Dee Dee popped up on my algorithm. And I was like, okay, let me check out the Downsizing Diva, because she reminds me of Ashley on the Fresh Prince. So I was like, let me check out Dee Dee. And Dee Dee, I went in, I was like, and I know in this community too, we have to be careful because some people may try to dip in and be like, who's these cats right here? They
Right.
But I appreciate being welcome in this community as well. Yep. More comments we'll get to. All right, here's another one. Yep, Dee Dee is awesome. Okay, we got a few more comments, Felicia, and then I'm gonna let you do your thing. All right, twin. All right, go over here some more. I love you guys too. And then get anything else from GLP-1 community? I got all friends. Cookie, you're always there for me. I never forgot that you helped me through that accident. Okay, I'm being nosy now, Brenda. What accident you talk about?
Right.
She got to tell everybody now. All right.
Oh, accident on the live. I think that's what she said.
Oh, okay. Accident on live. Okay, got you. Oh, yeah, I remember. Because she went on live by accident, didn't she?
Yeah.
I remember that now. I do. All right. Oh, that's
wonderful.
Yeah. Oh, is this a troll right here?
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Zach Miller. I really appreciate that. You made me like 5 cents. Appreciate that, Zach.
Yes.
Thank you. You know, Kim, how sweet you are. When I first started live 3 times per week, I just tried thinking about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Community is everything. Yes.
Yes.
Brenda, Dee Dee. All right.
Dee
But
Dee, that's
one of
there's
these
Taisha.
Taisha. Oh my, Simply Ty. Taisha, I talked about you in the beginning, Taisha. You can catch it on the replay. All right. I talked about your channel and your latest videos. Taisha, that is your lane. I mean, you have such a powerful personality. I mean, how do you feel about it, Felicia? Her new videos. I mean, she's like,
I absolutely love it. Yeah. I love her new profile picture too. She said she has a way with words and a way with connection.
Yeah.
When it's so easily said from somebody, it's so comforting. She could talk about something pretty heavy and it'd be comforting. I think that's why people love Taisha so much.
Yeah. And I told you Dee Dee was on comment. He said, Mel to be is no joke. Jeez Louise, I'm going to bring her as my special guest. She's a sweetheart, but she tells it like it is. Yes, she does.
Right.
Yes, she does. Oh, and Taisha, beautiful picture, Taisha.
Oh, yes.
Beautiful picture.
Yeah, it's stunning.
I'm like, Taisha been holding out on us.
Right.
She said, here I am. She then came out her shell. But
absolutely.
Her new videos are like that, and that's what we need in this community.
Yes.
We need real authentic voices like that. She's just, unapologetically her. And I'm here for it. That's what makes people, be in these YouTube streets for a long time, what she's doing. Her candor and everything what she's doing. Taisha just called me, girl. I'm sitting here listening. I'll call you back when I log on.
I got you.
Thank you so much. Oh, Taisha, Taisha, you're amazing. Yeah, love bringing people together. Yep. Yes, indeed. Now I don't know. Felicia, I don't know how does Kim J stay on the live like? Was she 3 hours last night, or was it 2 hours?
I think it was like 2.5. No, I think it was 2. Yeah.
I mean, I get tired. You know, I need a nap.
Oh, not Kim. Kim is a powerhouse when it comes to like information. When it comes to talking, that girl can do it. Like you get her on one subject, and boom, she's on the way. Like it's fearless, is what it is. I love it.
Yeah, she is, and I guess she's West Coast adjacent. I was like, I know she's tired. I know she's tired, but she hanging out with us.
Right.
All right. Here's Taisha says,
Oh,
I'm
thank
sorry I'm
you.
late, but I feel no, Taisha.
Oh no,
You know
you're
what?
totally fine.
You know what, Taisha? You can check out the bulk of the interview on the replay. Because Felicia shared a lot about her journey and everything. So no worries. We're just glad you made it to the party. You know what I mean? We appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
We appreciate that. All right, folks. What time is it on the West Coast? It's 7:28. So I'm gonna
Yes.
give it till 7:30 my time, and then we're gonna release Felicia. She can do her thing. Felicia, anything else?
Nothing else really. I'm honored to be here. I'm thankful to be here. I am so happy to finally talk to you. And it's not just your time. It's 7:30 our time. I could say that to you. Ugh, I love that. Just thank you for even considering me to come up here to go from your supporter to talking to you face to face. I'm not going to live this day down. I'm going to be talking about this for a little while. Ugh.
It's just me, Felicia. I mean, I'm just a mere man, you know, and you know, it's just me, and I appreciate you because you're one of the first supporters of my channel. That's my channel rebrand, you know, and I
Yes,
really appreciate that. And
of
you
course.
know, you're an amazing person as well, and keep up the good work. 130
Thank
pounds. I mean, that is amazing. It's just a great journey, great journey that we on, and you know, giving a shout out to everybody who tuned in.
Yes, thank you everybody
Yeah.
for coming in to watch me. I know, some people have already watched my story, but you guys come back for me, honey, and it means everything.
Oh, Felicia Marie Bee,
Oh,
we got a question.
she said, any big plans for you on your channel? I am just gonna keep doing me, honey. I'm gonna be doing things I've never done before. I'm gonna try to do more things. I'm gonna be more vulnerable, be more exciting. I'm not gonna say no to any opportunity. Let's just say that. If you guys got an idea and you want to see me do it, I'm here.
All right. Felicia, I forgot to ask you, how'd you get the nickname Felicia Marie Bee?
So Felicia Marie is actually like my first and last name, and then B is the first letter of my husband. Well, my last name. So I was like, I can't put my real last name, out
Yeah.
there. He's just like, well, what about B? And I was like, Felicia Marie B. I was like, hey, that rhymed. And then I went with it.
Yeah, you almost got in trouble right there when you said my husband's last name. You almost got in trouble, didn't you?
Right. I almost did. He was like, look, if you want to put your full government up there, go ahead.
Yeah.
He goes, but let's just put B. And I said, okay. Because he has his own thing going on too. He lives his life. And I'm like, you guys, I'm going to make a video with him one day. But I said, I chose to be up here. You don't got to expose your life too. And he's like, I'm just happy for whatever you want to do. And I'm like, oh, and I appreciate that.
No, I love it. Kim says, Mia says, Kim is like talking to the auntie. Yep.
Yes.
Over some breakfast.
Yes.
That's what we're
It's
talking about.
amazing.
But these are my plans. These are my plans for my lives. I definitely on my list, Simply Taisha. She and I have to have a conversation because I'm gonna talk to her
Yes.
about another project that I'm working on too that I would like for her to interview on because I think her story
Yes.
is amazing. Being ex-military and
Yes.
being on this GLP-1 is really awesome. Great live. Thank you, Bellflower. Nice going with greatness. I see. Pookie Pie. That's your nickname, Pookie Pie.
I'm her Pookie Pie. I
I
love
love
her.
it. Well, I'll tell you what, gang. I am going to play the remix of the song. If you didn't hear the remix, we're going to play that while the chats are coming across the screen. So I'm going to do that right now. But thank you all for tuning in to Felicia Marie Bee,
Yes.
hearing her amazing story. Thank you all. And remember, I love you all to life. And instead of wondering about saying, I don't want to, be like, why not me? Why don't you say it can be me? And your can be is different from everybody else's, what they are being. But you can be the best of yourself, the best of you. Stay healthy, stay safe, and remember, I love you all to life. Until next time, here's the remix. Felicia Marie, here we go.
Y'all ready to roll?
Let's do some
About to hit
Zumba,
Paul
Felicia.
Amadeus Lane and DGLP1 streets. Known by many as Paul on Wheels. We making it do what it does. Letting people know how I feel. Let's ride, we talking health, talking grind, breaking barriers clean. No excuses on the journey, we stay chasing the dream. Get your mind locked in, set your goals on repeat. We got ups, we got downs, but we still don't miss a beat. Oh, in GLP1 streets, we moving with pride. Hear the trends, hear the wins, got creators worldwide. We make it do what it does, never stopping to climb. Living better every day, one step at a time. Hey. Shout out RMZ, always keeping it real. Stereo with the fire, got that GLP1 feel. DD the downsizing diva, simply Taisha in the zone. Losing Nick Ray, bring the truth, steady holding her on. Calamity Jane slide through, yeah, she bringing the flame. Perfectly pounded, moving strong, everybody know her name. Teddy D and Toby rolling steady on the ride. G's 101, locked in on that lifestyle pride. Traces twine, showing how to stay consistent every day. Cookie chipping everybody on in a special way. Man, he been holding down from the start. Pepper Bellflower worked hard, slid right into them jeans, did a part. Melt to the beat, keeping the conscience tight, keeping all of us in line just right. And a special shout out to the queen of GLP1 streets, Bob. Health at any cost, slaying this game for years. Someone we all look up to, no matter the call. Heart of Johnny, Felicia Marie Bee, and Jones cross the sea. Yeah, this GLP1 movement hits globally.
We stay focused on the prize, on the life that we seek. Welcome to DGLP1 Street.
Love y'all. Take care.
Bye.